Hi, and welcome to Grade 8 EAP 1 and 2. When my kids enter a class, the first thing that they will see is the agenda posted for the day on the screen. This will give them the information of what they require for the day and what we're going to be doing. So on this particular day, which was the introductory day, students would come in knowing that they're going to find out a little bit about who I am, what EAP is, what my expectations are, what materials they need. We're going to do a little bit of an embracing diversity activity, and we're going to play a paperclip game. After going through the agenda, I would start with the first thing on the list, which was to introduce myself. So, here is my family. It consists of my mom, my dad, my older brother, that's my sister-in-law, and that's myself. Um, I am a coffee fan. I love reading. I love traveling, and I love the beach. I love swimming. And the picture in the middle is me dancing. I love dancing. I love putting up shows, and oftentimes I coordinate these big shows for weddings. Um, and I'm pretty creative. Um, on the bottom right hand corner, that is an Indian god, the elephant god of Ganesh, and it's purely made of colored rice for our festival of Diwali. The next thing on my agenda is to clarify to my students what is EAP. So EAP is English for Academic Purposes, and me, Miss P, I'm here to help you with your verbal, reading, and writing strategies, and this will help you achieve success in your academic classes. So I will be co-teaching in your classes for English and Social Studies, which means that I will be planning lessons with your English and Social Studies teachers, but I will also support you with math and science and any other subject that you need help with. It just means that in English and Social Studies, I actually help them plan the lessons, and I oftentimes also help them grade your academic work. And basically, I'm here to support you to become more comfortable with the English language. When talking about classroom expectations, because I have a group of students that's a much more intimate class, it's about 10 students in a class because it's a support class, um, and they are already in the 8th grade, I do feel like they are mature enough to come up with their own classroom expectations. So when I did present the slide, it was blank. It just had the heart with the smiley face and the upset face, um, but there was no writing on it. And these expectations are expectations that we actually wrote in together, which they came up with. So just respect each other, be helpful, be kind, be understanding, coming on time, coming prepared. You can go to the bathroom without asking, you can eat and drink, but of course be respectful of the environment. Don't distract others while they're working. Because we're in a one-to-one school, we need to be aware of what we're using our laptops for. So we will only be using them when it's needed, and let's not use it to play games during school time. And Skype can be very distracting when you're sending messages to students that are in other classes. And of course, with all of this in mind, you need to clear up after yourselves, so don't leave a mess. After going through the expectations, we need to know what we actually have to bring to class. So in this case, we need our laptop, we need our pencil case, and we always need to have a reading book. Um, and I need to clarify to the students that they have a readers and writers notebook. It's two separate notebooks that they use in their English class, and it's kept in their English class. So we try to coordinate and bring those books to and put them back in their English class when it's necessary and when we're using them. So now that I've kind of established our classroom, and I've also given them the chance to see that they have control in this classroom, because they set up the rules, and they also control their reader's notebook and their writer's journal and bringing them into class and all of that. We then moved into this getting to know you um, part of uh, part of our agenda. And again, this map was completely blank, and I started it off by introducing myself and adding that pin and adding my name and saying that I am Indian by ethnicity, but I'm originally from Spain. My mom is from Spain, my dad is from Indonesia, and I graduated from just myself. And this way, I wasn't doing too much talking in the beginning when I was talking about myself, and it creates more of a conversation, and the kids get to ask questions. It's less formal than me talking at them, because now we go through and do that for all the kids, and add the pins, and so where are you from? Tell me a little bit about yourself, and introduce yourself to everyone else. And they had the option of sitting at their desk and talking, and or a couple of them asked, Miss P, can I come up and talk, because this was all projected on my screen. So at this point, I'd like for the kids to realize that the reason that I actually had them do this on the map is so that they could visually see that we're all from different places. And in this classroom, we promise to accept each other's differences, to trust each other, and to correct each other without hurting anybody's feelings. We want to give helpful feedback, and we'll be practicing throughout the year what that means. Because saying that, oh, that's really good or that's really bad is not helpful. Um, as well as being mindful of the people around us, and more than anything, that we should have value added interactions. So, we've been sitting around for quite a while now, there's been a lot of talking. I'd like the class to get a little more active, and so we're going to play a game called the Paperclip game. So, I would lead the kids to the area in the classroom that has a sofa, a carpet, some pillows, and we'd get comfortable. I'd explain that we're going to be sitting as a group in the circle on the floor, and I'd grab a bunch of paper clips and put it in the center of the circle, and we'd play the game, which is basically just an icebreaker. It's also a get to know you game. It also gets them talking because they are EAP students, um, and it's a great way to just start building that relationship in the classroom, that it's not just going to be a sit down and work kind of classroom. It's going to be one where we're active, where we're talking, where everyone has to contribute. And in order to be successful in this game, you need to be uh, creative, basically, and you need to think deeply. With about 5 minutes left in the class, I'd bring them back to their tables, clear up, and just have a couple of minutes to establish a see you next class. If you have any questions, you can find me at this in this classroom, and here's my email address. If you ever have any questions or need some support, just email me.